on, Stan. Welcome to GolfTec. My name's Cary. Going over your golf swing today. 4 different positions: address, top, impact, and finish. Okay? These numbers don't mean anything to you yet. Everything that I show you on this screen is going on your tape. All the lines that I draw, the tour players that I show you. Next time you come in, bring in the tape. We'll just keep adding to it. Definitely watch the tape a couple times, especially when you get into a funk. We'll go through a lot of stuff tonight. Okay? First thing we're going to do is go through your address position. Keep a forward press. No, wait, goes a little bit. Okay? We want to see a nice straight line from your left shoulder to the ball. Your hands are kind of in the middle of your body. We need them to go just a little bit to the left. Okay? We like to see the right shoulder lower than the left at address, 16 degrees right tilt. Perfect. The right hand is lower on the club. That's good. We want to see if your hips can fit inside of your shoes. No, your shoes fit inside your hips, so your feet need to be wider. You need a wider stance. Your feet are kind of narrow. Okay, they have to be at least as wide as your shoulders. So, wider stance. Help your balance out a little bit. Want to see if your head is set up behind the ball. It is. Perfect. This side, we want to see the arms straight. They are. We want to see if the knees are flexed. You're wearing pants, but I can tell you don't have your knees locked, right? So you're in good shape there.
You're not bent that much.
We want to see your back straight. Okay, you kind of have a two-piece back, what we call. We want your head to be on the same piece as your spine. So stick your butt out a little more and get that bad boy straight. We don't want to kind of a rounded. You kind of see you kind of rounded a little bit here.
Right.
Okay, we want maybe instead of here, go in between and pick your head up a little bit. Okay? Pretty good setup position. Now, let's see what kind of movement we have in the golf swing. There's the top of your head. There's the middle of your head. Here's your hips. In the golf swing, the hips just rotate. They should never really leave that box. They come a little bit outside on impact, but just remember all they do is turn. Okay? Hips stayed in the box. Your head stayed right on that line, and actually you stood up a little bit. You raised up. You actually picked your face from here all the way up to here. So you almost completely lose sight of the ball. Your head is up here. Your eyes are over here. You're not watching the ball. You've got a great setup position. Watch what you do with your face. You go from here to up here. When your face is in here, it's going to help with your setup position, but your chin should be up just a little bit. You want to look at the ball, but you don't want to look at the ball with your face. You want to look at the balls with your eyes. Okay, so your head is a little higher. When you take the club back, your head should move a little bit, but it should still be facing the ball. It shouldn't go this way. Now, the reason you did that is probably because you started it too low, and this arm tends to come too high, which pushes your head. You can kind of see where your shoulder is covering up your mouth.
Yeah.
Okay? You don't want that. Okay? You want this position here to be a little bit different. But I can show you that. I'll talk about that in a second. But anyway, at the top, your head stayed on that line. Your head started there. It stayed on the line. So everybody's always told you probably to keep your head still. Don't move your head. Okay? They're wrong. If you don't move your head, you don't get a weight shift. Now, if you told me right now, between your right foot and your left foot, here in this picture, where's your weight? Where is more of your weight? On your front foot or your back foot?
It appears to be on the back foot, I want to say, but I
Okay,
don't know.
it's not. It can't be. It can't be. Because if your head moves and you rotate, there's a lot more weight here than on this one. So how do we get a weight shift if our hips can't sway? We go like this. We move our head. If you move your head off that line, your head alone is 8 pounds. If we just slide it over here a little bit,
right,
my back angle is facing away from the target, I've got a weight shift. From here, your head stayed on the line, your back is going this way. From that position, it's very, very difficult to hit the ball. A lot of crazy stuff happens. Okay? To give you a visual, let's look at Greg Norman. His head starts here, goes back here. Which way is his back going? His back's going away from the target. His head is on top of his right shoe. His head's on top of his right shoe. That's where his weight is. Your head really didn't move, but your head is closer to your left foot than your right foot. Your back is leaning toward the target. Let's pull up Nick Price. Where's his back? Where's his head? He moves. They started here, they move it back. So the whole don't move your head thing is so wrong. You have to move your head to get a weight shift. Now your shoulders are rotated 89 degrees. Tour average, 89 degrees. Shoulders are doing the right thing. Okay? Your hips. Hips rotated 61 degrees. Sometimes they went 45, sometimes they went 50, sometimes they went 55, sometimes they went 61. Very inconsistent with your hips. That's important because we really need your hips in a really good position at a specific number or a range of numbers when you're striking the ball. You can't get to that range if you're going back different every time, especially if you're going too far back. Tour average is 48. We want you to be right around 50. 60 is a little high. When you get to 60, you can't get to 40, which is where I want you at impact. Okay, because you've turned too far this way. Okay, let's get you an impact. There's your impact position. Okay, your shoulders, 21 degrees open. Tour average is 48. Your hips, 22 open. Tour average, 42. They've turned more. Well, let's show you how they're doing it. There's a visual. Let's look at Freddie Couples. Takes it back. There he is when he's striking the ball. He's on his right toe. You can see both his pockets. Okay, I'm looking at your hip. You're flat-footed. You just haven't turned. You're using all arms. You haven't used any of your body to hit the ball hard. You're swinging all arms. Can you see the difference?
Yeah.
In his and yours? Yours looks a lot like your setup position. I can't tell if you're about ready to hit it or you just hit it. Here we know he's ripping it. Okay? Well, I go, well, do you ever turn enough? Yeah, you turn awesome. Get all the weight on the left side. Your hips go to 103. Tour average. Shoulders 116. They go 130. They turn a little more with their shoulders. Your body does it. Just not when you're hitting it. And that's because your hands, we know, are going, what, 70 miles an hour. Your belt buckle's going 8. If we start the swing with our hands, it's going to beat your belt buckle to the ball every single time because it's flying. You physically have to start the downswing by pushing your body out of the way, getting your hips out of the way so your arms can get long and swing down your target. Your arms can't get long and swing down your target if you're doing this because now your hips are facing the ball, your arms come up, you get zero extension. You've probably tried to get your arms nice and long. Well, you can't. You can't get your arms long. See that? It's called a chicken wing. You can't get your arms long because your hips have not turned. You can try all day long to get your arms long, and you can't until you get your belt buckle out of the way. Okay? And as soon as we turn your hips, there goes those arms. Nice and long, extension, hitting the ball straight, all those beautiful things. Well, to do that, let's start from the beginning. To do that, you cannot be here. All of your weight is on your left foot. You never got behind the ball. You have to get behind the ball to hit it. Since you didn't get behind the ball here, you get behind the ball going this way. You can't turn a heavy leg. All of your weight's on it. You can't really turn it. Plus, all your momentum is going the other way. So now what? Now your right foot is heavy at impact. Which means what? Well, which means it's flat on the ground. Which means what? Which means this can't turn because guys can't turn their hips a lot with this foot on the ground. That's why we have to get on our toe to get the hips out of the way. Look at the difference in the hip rotation. Well, you're not going to go here and get on your toe. I mean, you can't do it. It'd be like you punch me going like this. You've got all the momentum going backwards. Here's your head. Now let's see what you do when you hit it. You have to throw your head backwards. Why? You have to get behind it. If you went forward, from forward, you would never touch the ball. But you've learned to manipulate your golf swing to hit the ball. And that just takes practice. This is where your head starts. Head stays on it. Well, now what? Well, now I better get behind it so I can hit it. Stand up to get out of the way since my hips haven't turned because they couldn't turn. I mean, you know probably a lot of the stuff I'm talking about. You just don't know how to fix it.
Yeah.
Okay? Well, we're going to fix it. We're going to start today. Now, your path is also not good. But it's because of where you are at the top. You can't have a good path from where you are. So, we need to change you at the top. Your path. We want to take the club back on the green line. Little up, and wide. Looks like the club is wide open. You fan the club wide open for one. That's why you hit the ball to the right. See, the face of the club is pointing this direction? Okay? It's supposed to be this direction. It's supposed to match your spine. So when you're taking the club back, you are rolling the club open like this. Where at this position in the golf swing, the club should be here. That's one of the reasons why at impact, your face is always that way. Because you take it back this way. You fan the club open instead of pushing the club back straight, so it's more facing the ground. Okay, so we'll work on that too. Now when you take the club to the top, from here we want to see that club, that shaft get on your right forearm and swing under. Well, your shaft is vertical. We want it over here on the right forearm. Well, you can't do that because you're here. When you're here and you go this way with your arms and your hands to get behind it, your shaft goes from here to straight up and down. You can't get it this way. Well, if we get over here and move our head and we turn our hips, kind of naturally gets parallel to the ground. Now we're swinging inside out. As soon as we start swinging inside out, as soon as this club head gets behind you, it's accelerated a ton by your body motions. Your club head speed is going to go way up as soon as we get that club head behind you. We can't really get the club head behind you until we get weight on your right foot. Okay? Let's jump out there. Make sense?
Yeah. And a lot there.
Yeah, well, I told you. We were gonna. I mean, you gotta know what has to happen before you can make it happen.
Right.
So we're not going to work on all the things that I talked about today, but I want you to have an understanding of what happens in the golf swing and what you were doing in yours. Okay. Now set up to hit the ball. I want you to hold the shaft like you're riding a bike in your stance. Pretend there's a table outside your right pocket. Keep the shaft level. Turn over here and put the shaft on the table.
Right there's the table.
Yeah, right there. Just turn over there, set it on the table. Boom, right there. Perfect. Do it again. Okay, now I'm gonna tweak you a little bit, just so you kind of have the feeling of what we're talking about. Do it again. And do it again and hold it there. Now, put your left heel back on the ground. Turn your hips slow, right there. Okay? That's tour average. Okay? Tour average meaning with your hips. Your hips have rotated right now 49 degrees backwards. Okay? Sometimes you're up in the 60s. Well, if you pick your left heel off the ground and just keep turning, it's a lot easier to rotate and over-rotate when that heel comes off the ground. Same thing with what we want to happen with your right foot. So you were doing it backwards. You got on this toe and then you hit the ball flat-footed. We want to keep that left heel down so we don't spin out too much, and then we want to force the toe up when you hit it. So, do that table drill again. Start from the beginning. Keep the knees flexed. Keep that heel flat. turn and put that shaft on the table, and I don't want to hear the beep. There you go. Do it again. All arms. Good. Do it again. Keep that belt buckle kind of facing the ball. All arms. Good. Now let's take a look at that one in the video. How's that feel? Pretty weird?
Yeah.
Where was your weight?
That was I felt like I was
way on your right
way
foot?
on my
Okay.
right foot, like I was way really far from the ball.
Pros are 80-20. 80% of their weight is on their right foot at the top. Where's your weight here? Well, you probably got 80% on why? Because you moved your head from where you started here and you slid it over that way. It didn't save it. Remember where your other one was? Your other one was right here. Your head did not move. Your head was right on the line. Your back was going this way. I don't know. I can't. It blew out of there. I don't know where it is. I'll get another one in here so we can toggle back and forth. But you remember what your old one looked like.
Right.
That's the one we want. From there, everything is more level. We can swing out more. We got more weight on here, which means there's less here. If there's less here, we can turn it faster out of the way. Okay, a lot of good things happen from that position. That's what you need to feel like when you hit the golf ball. From here, you're like, man, there's no way I can hit the ball from over there. You know what? It's a lot easier to hit the ball from here than where you've learned to hit it. Now, granted, it's going to be different, and it's going to be difficult right now. But you just got to keep doing the drills, keep doing this drill. I want you to do this drill in the mirror 100 times a night for 2 weeks until it just becomes habit. That'll take you all 4 minutes. And what are you doing? Hips aren't doing much. It's kind of an all-arm head slide kind of, that's kind of your backswing, okay? You don't really think about the legs because then you get out of shape, okay? You move your head. You move your head over your right shoe. Just like you move your head over your right shoe, you turn your shoulders, you stay kind of level. That's how you take the club back. You do that with both feet flat on the ground. From here, you can consistently, we can train you from here to get the hands lower, to get the hips out of the way, to get the weight going forward, to do all kinds of wonderful things. You can't do the things that we want you to do and you want to do from where you were. Now, let's see if we can't hit a couple, and that's what I want you to work on. Keep the feet flat. You're going to feel like you're going all arms, and you're moving your head. That's it. All arms, move the head. Okay? When you get here, now what? Well, he said to shift my weight, turn my hips first, and get on my right toe. You don't move your arms. Watch how I hit the ball. I get right here. Okay, start here. Where's my back? Where's my weight? Over here. Now watch me hit the ball. I don't move my arms or my hands at all. This is how I hit the ball. I just turn my body. Where was Couples? I mean, if this is the camera, where was Couples? Like this, right?
Right, you see both spots.
Yeah, that's what you, well, to do that, remember, we can't do this because that thing is flying. And you're going to go, and this is what that picture is going to be. We need to get here and go. So this is the picture. So this picture is taking it of your butt. Okay? Now you can't do that unless you get a lot of weight on your right side at the top. So, all arms to the top, move the head, turn the hips out of the way and swing. And it doesn't have to be real fast, but that's what we're going to work on here for a while. In fact, I'm going to set a beat too. Hang on 2 seconds. Go ahead and take a couple practice swings. Let me play with some numbers here. Okay, stand up nice and tall for me. Hear that beat? Go forward real slow. It's off. So when you set up to the ball, go ahead. It's not beeping, right?
Right. Because
you're a lot more forward than 5. I've got it set at 5 forward. Right now you're 35 forward. Take the club to the top. Okay, do this. Go ahead and just give me your normal swing. Just give me your normal, just take it to the top and bust it. Just give me your normal swing. Okay, let me save this one.
little different than my normal swing. Just thinking about the others.
You're thinking about a bunch of stuff, but it was still kind of your normal swing. Okay, we're going to play this one. Here's your last one. This is where your head started. Okay, your head is basically still on it. Where's your back going? That direction, right?
Right.
Makes this heavy, right?
Right.
Okay. Now, let's do it again. Take the club to the top and stop for me. Just hold it up at the top for me. Hear the beat?
Yeah.
The beep is set at 5 degrees forward. So I want you to get to the top and not hear that beep. Left heel's off the mat, okay? Do it again. Keep the left heel down. Slide the head over your right shoe. Keep the left heel down. Not beeping right now, is it?
No.
So where's your weight?
I definitely feel it right.
You can feel it over there, can't you?
Yeah.
Pretty good shape. Now, we also want you to get a little bit more this way and pick your chin up. So now your face is, now you're looking at the ball. Your shoulder isn't covering up your mouth.
Right.
Okay, your shoulders were going too much this way instead of kind of up. Club kind of goes up. You know, when we take the club back, go ahead and set the club back down. Check your grip. Okay, take this out. For one reason, you need this over here. Strength, especially if you hit the ball to the right. Now take the club back, nice and slowly. See the club face right here?
Yeah.
It'll be right there.
Right there?
Mm-hmm. So to do that, how do you take the club back?
Straight back.
Just push it straight back, straight away with your left arm. Oh, try it again. Straight back, push it straight back with your left arm. There it is. Do it again. No, that time you went like this. You have a tendency to go this way. I don't want to see this hand up. I want to see this hand here. What's my left arm? It goes from here to here. Here to here. Don't roll it. Straight back. Straight back. Okay? Do it again. Straight back. Much better. Much better. Do it again. That feels weird, doesn't it?
Very weird.
That's square. Now I want you to hit a shot and just go from here to here. Just hit it like a little long chip shot and keep the club head square.
You know, the mental picture I always draw in my mind is like I'm sitting up playing baseball and I need to swing across it like that.
Well, that's how we want you to swing your arms. Your arms do swing along your shoulders this way, except that the ball isn't here. The ball is here. So yeah, you are swinging around your shoulders, but we're not rolling the face open. We're going this way.
Right.
So just give me a little chip shot. Take the club back straight, back to your waist, and hit the ball. Just take it back nice and slow to your waist, hit the ball. .4. That's square. That's not 18 degrees open, is it? That's where you normally were. Because why? Well, because you went like this, and then when you hit it, it was like this. Well,
right.
we need to take it back here and turn the hips to here. That's what the arms do. I mean, we haven't gotten into the stuff that we need to work on, but you have to know what the club face is doing if you're ever going to hit the ball straight. Do it again. Hey, one left. Well, it's because you hit it off the hosel. You know, you hit it off the hosel, but look at the face. I mean, the picture is perfect. It's perfectly square. You just didn't hit the ball, in the middle of the club head. Do it again, one more time. That's that's wrong. It's 21.3 because the hash mark is wrong. But look at the face. I mean, it's square. Okay, you can just tell by looking at it. Look at the face. That's straight. It's what we want. Okay. Now, while you're doing that, take the club all the way to the top like you normally do. Left heel down, take it to the top. Okay. Look at the face. Minus 1.6. Very straight shot. Now this time I didn't want you to hit it. Just take it to the top and stop. But that was good. That's exactly what you need to do. That is a nice straight shot. What would you do differently? Probably just took the club back different. You know, this is your normal swing still. We're not really tweaking your swing yet. Yeah. But hey, if the club is swinging straight, guess what? You get a lot of straight shots. So let's take the club to the top and stop.
It's not as much effort as I'm used to. It definitely doesn't feel like it. I feel like the club's doing a lot more work.
Yeah, we don't want. Yeah, we want the big muscles to do the work. Your shoulders and your legs. We don't want the arms and the hands to take control. Take the club to the top and stop. We need to go. That's an exaggeration, but that's where the head goes. Okay. Yeah, and then yeah. Tilt the shoulders down, chin up. Is it beeping? No. Where's your weight?
It's definitely on this side.
Okay, now from there, this might be tough, but from there, turn the hips out of the way and hit it. Not bad for having a stop swing over there. I mean, that wasn't bad. That's the golf swing. But we have to get you over there. Okay? Let's try hit another one. Now to do that, you got to keep the heel down, and you have to move your head. Okay? Just think about that line I have on your face right now. Just think about that line, and I want you to at least move your head to at least over here. So now the line is like on your ear. Yeah. Now hit it. Woo! Awesome. Good position there. Boom. Powerful swing. You even stopped. Had no momentum and still hit it 62 miles an hour. Okay, let's do it again. Same. Do a nice. I mean, take it to the top and hit it. Do a normal swing, and just think about. Okay, I'm taking the club back straight, and I'm moving my head over my right shoe. That's all I want you to think about. Take the club back square. Slide the head over your right shoe.
Can I stop at the top?
No, just hit it. Just hit it. Just think of those two things and try to hit one. Woo! 75.3, and haven't even fixed your path yet. Wait till we fix your path. You'll be swinging 90. Seriously. You want some distance. That's easy, bro. Now, head moved back just like I want it to. But guess what? Your heel came off the ground.
Yep.
So your hips rotated too far.
Mm-hmm.
And your
side of the box of my hips.
So your back is still here, right? Your back is still up and down because we moved our lower body. Now let's say that we just slid your lower body over here. What would your back angle be? Well, it would go from here to the back of your neck. It would be there. That's the positive number. That's the forward bend we want. You lose forward bend if you move the lower half too. You know, your back was still straight because you moved the whole package. You moved the head beautifully, but that hip went with you. You're still straight. The whole deal, keep these quiet, feet flat. Got to keep the separation in the knees. You have no separation. Your knees are touching. At your address position, you have that much separation. Remember, nice wide stance. You have this much separation when you start. When you get on your heel, you're basically on 1 foot right now. You have no balance.
Okay.
You know, put that bad boy down, boom. Now you got separation. You should have a beach ball that should be able to hang out in here. When you get to the top, okay? When I get to the top, watch this. What my legs done? Whole lot of nothing. I'm trying to move my head outside of my hip. Now I've got angle. If I move them both, my back is still straight. So I'm moving the head and I'm not moving this. Keep the separation, just move the head. Keep the feet flat, just move the head and hit one. Hey, see what happened. Okay, here's where your hips start. This is where your head starts. Look at that. That's a good golf swing.
Better.
Look at your elbows. Perfect. Knees, perfect. Look at the separation. Perfect. Head off of the line. Hip right on it. If we get you there every time, you can start playing some good golf. Because everything from there is, like you said, man, that was a lot easier. That wasn't as much effort. If we can consistently get you there, you're not going to believe how easy the golf swing is going to be, especially from where you were. That's going to be unbelievable compared to what you were doing. You had to do so much work. From there, what do? Think about driving your right knee at the ball, getting your hips out of the way. Boom! That ball is gone. But you got to be here. You got to slide the head. You got to keep these quiet. Got to get over there. Not easy. You're not used to that. It's not an easy move. We get you there. You do a lot of these table drills. That's going to be second nature. You're going to go, okay, Cary, watch this. You're going to be there every time you come in. We go, okay, we got that. Now we start tweaking the arms and the shoulders. We start talking about the feet and the hips. Start talking about tilt and some other different things that need to happen. You got to get there first. That is beautiful. Much more under. Turn the hips out of the way. Just watch the swing. A lot better, isn't it? Now you never really got on your right toe like couples did, so you never really turned. See how your right foot never came off the mat?
Right.
I want you to do one more swing and get your right toe off the mat so you complete the swing. You just never really completed that swing. I'll test this one too, see what your body's doing. Just slide the head back, keep the feet on the ground, and then get on your right toe.
Trying to remember everything at once. It's hard.
Okay, hang on a second. Let me reset it here.
Sorry.
No, I don't want you to be thinking about too much. Just the only swing thought you should have going back. Okay, you're going here. You're nice and flex your setup. Slide the head outside my foot. Get on my right toe. Okay, hang on. Okay. Awesome. You killed it. Now, I know you're thinking about a lot of stuff. What were your hips that time? 48-11. Your hips went back 2 or average. Perfect. What was your bend? Your shoulder bend. Perfect. How far back your shoulders go? 80. Your shoulders went back a little less because your hips went back a lot less, but that's awesome. Let's watch this one. Head, hips, hips. Move the head, keep the foot down. Okay?
Leg went up.
Heel came up just a little bit. No big deal. Didn't cause an over-rotation. It came up a little bit, but you didn't, crash that knee into this one. We still got some separation. Your hips came outside a little bit, but we still got a little positive angle. Okay? Move the head back. Good shape. Now what? Turn the hips out of the way. Boom. You're the foot. So what happens? You turn a lot more. You turn a lot more if you let that foot go. One more.
Is you're going to see if I put a line right here, okay, you're going to see how on your backswing, how your right leg, man, just runs right into that line and goes way through it. And what that does, that's what we call a sway in our golf swing. A sway is not a good thing. We don't want it. What a sway does